Welcome to the first training video where we're going to show you a broad picture of the online system that you'll be working in. And at the end of this video are links to further information that you'll want to watch in the future. First, let me congratulate you on joining Sales Double, where you now own your own private sales force. Literally an entire team working for you, and we're going to show you behind the scenes so you can get a thorough understanding of all that's now being done for you. We know that you could have bought a list for a couple thousand a year, and then a telemarketing company for about $7,000 a year, and then a marketing company for good sales copywriting content for about $7,000 a year, and then an email system to send and manage the marketing materials for another $1,000 a year. And then you probably need a part-time assistant to help manage it all for you, maybe $10,000 a year. That's a great sales program that's built from the ground up to succeed, but you'd still have to manage and carefully watch the whole process. And most of the different software, it doesn't even work together. But you did the smart thing, and you just gained all that by hiring Sales Double to act as your private sales force. And it was a fraction of the cost. And what's so unique is we do all the work for you, rather than you paying for all this and still having to click and train and enter data and deal with all of this. So let's first start by logging into your online system by going to salesdouble.com. And at the client login link, use the email address you provided when you signed up online and the password you previously entered. One of the first steps is we want to create the best list you can get, and we're going to keep it clean and effective for you as we move through the list. So if you go to your Contact tab, you'll see right here under List Criteria where you can just tell us what type companies you want us to be marketing to for you, and we'll pull the list. If you want, you can just give us some general do's and don'ts. Then we'll go from there and pull your list based on our expertise. Now we have a list pulled for you, but what are the callers going to say? Well, under your Administration tab is where you can view scripts, write your own, or edit what we've written and provided, again, based on our own expertise. And you can update and review that at any time. So callers are now working to set appointments for you. From your Calendar tab, you're able to block out certain days or times so that the callers can work around your schedule if needed. You can see an overview of upcoming appointments and past leads generated. Gosh, there's even a to-do list, and you can even send yourself an email reminder of things to do in the future, so you never again have an excuse for missing your anniversary. Now, under your Contacts tab is where all your leads are hosted. And you have a link that has calls you have to make today. Of course, your master list of prospects that we've generated. You can search by contact. You can even enter a name for us to call. Let's say you met someone at a party that you think is a candidate for your product or service, and here's where you can just easily add them as a prospect for us to call. You can quickly download your contacts in case you want to move them into some other software you use, and you can view all the notes that we've generated about any one particular prospect or all prospecting activity. Under your Marketing Materials tab is where all the genius is housed and the flow of follow-up is controlled so that we can nurture and educate your prospects until they're ready to talk to you. Let's take a look at a real prospect scenario that happens to be a common one. Our client Brian got a lead back in October that wasn't ready yet for a quote on insurance. So we gained permission to email the prospect and began an email marketing campaign. Now, sometimes those emails do more than just let a prospect know you're a serious professional looking for their business, and the prospect will respond to any number of emails that we've sent to them, and great, now you're up to bat. But in this particular case, the prospect was placed on a relatively short campaign based on feedback from the caller, and when the email campaign was at just the right time, we threw in another call to see if they would let us quote them now. Well, you'll see here we had to place several callbacks, and you can see in the client notes all the activity we've done and what's to be done in the future. Finally, on callback number 3, they agreed to a quote. They were impressed with our professionalism, and Brian ended up landing a new client for his nationwide agency. Well, these callbacks are over and above your regular dialing program. So a client that's been with us for some time may have his regular 200 dials this week, but also have another 30 dials that are a part of the unlimited follow-up program, which is included for all clients at all program levels. So at the basic program level, you get 5,000 businesses called per year. And on top of that, could be hundreds of callbacks too at no additional charge. We actually have clients with us that have callbacks that are in the thousands now. In other words, we've generated them thousands of leads. Let's take a look at those emails we send. You can create your own marketing materials for us to send by email, or use the items we write for you. And you can even put tracking into your marketing so you can wisely follow who has the most interest in your product or service. For instance, if you're a business broker client of ours, the second you log in, you have marketing materials that are ready for you to send, such as this full rich media brochure, which even has audio visuals and webinars to listen to. Here's another marketing item for business brokers about how to value a business. And if you log in and let's say you don't care for a certain part, you simply click the edit button and remove or change it to your liking. So you have full control over all your marketing materials. Under your administration tab, you can go to edit your account profile, and here's where you can verify or change your company's information. And it's from these fields that the marketing materials populate the data. Now's a good time to mention as many people as you want can be logged into the system at the same time. It won't log you off just because of multiple users, but they of course must have your login information. There's links here to let callers and customer service know more about you. Did you know there's even a link explaining how you could be getting this service at a discount or even completely free by referring others? You can update payment information, change your calling plan, view invoices, and even view calling statistics, and you can do all of this just right online. All right, well, you might be wondering what to do next. Well, this has barely touched the surface of all the great things that are about to start happening for you. So the next step would be to view the training that more thoroughly explains what we do and what procedures you should be aware of, and those links are here for you to click. So welcome aboard, and let's get started on a journey to making you more money and making sure you have your best year ever.